and watching my parents like work around the clock, from, you know, negotiating gang truces to ensuring that families had their basic needs met, to creating space for young people to explore their talents, form relationships and bonds, look at different types of career options. It was really about community as family. We show up for each other. There's a sense of social responsibility that you have.
Most of my life, my mom worked 2 jobs. She's always worked 2 jobs. She went from one to another, always try to keep food on the table, always try to keep a roof over our heads, but she wasn't always successful. We bounced around a lot. We lived with aunts and uncles and friends and family, but we also experienced literal homelessness several times. Either in between moves, there were stretches of time that we were living out of our car.
Here in Chicago, you know, I'll speak Spanish to like in an establishment where I see that a server speaks Spanish, and sometimes people will ask me like, "Oh, what are you mixed with?" And I'm like, "What do you mean?" And they're like, "Yeah, you're Latina, but like Black?" And I'm like, "Well, yes, I'm Black Latina, but both my parents are Dominican. Like both my parents are from the same place." And it's like this assumption, right, that like Latinos don't come in this color or in this shade.
Our community needs to learn how to use other people's money. What I mean by that is loans from banking institutions. That's what makes America great, because you don't let it, you know, usually a Latino, when they open up a business, they put the life savings into the business. The other group don't. They ask for loans. They don't jeopardize their future.
What does equity mean for the Latino community, and how do we measure how close or not we are on any issue? The forum's work is obviously to lift these findings, but more importantly to really think that what are the policy solutions? What do we need to think about in terms of government responsiveness, government accountability, philanthropic responsiveness in order to address some of these trends?
I've had friends go, "Oh, what's going to be your plan B if you don't go to medicine?" I never had a plan B. I didn't get into medical school right away. I always had that as my plan A. So I really think that if that's your passion, always keep it as your plan A and never go for a plan B.
So I went back for my children and came back here by myself, undocumented, and I suffered all the abuse that I could. Even if you are educated, people don't see you that way.